and welcome to our September 2nd Village of Monroe Board of Trustees meeting. If we can all rise for the pledge, please. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening and welcome. Just a point of note, exits are behind you and off to the right here. Our first order of business, I'd like to do a roll call. Trustee Berenger?
Berenger's present.
Trustee Ferraro?
Ferraro present.
Trustee Carl?
Carl present.
Trustee O'Connor is absent, and Mayor Dwyer is here. Thank you so much. Okay. First order of business is to open up a public hearing on introductory local law of 2025, amending Chapter 200, zoning, unsafe buildings. I need a motion to open that public hearing, please.
Carl will make the motion.
Second?
Berenger will second.
Call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, aye. Carl, aye.
All right, so carried. Okay, so this public hearing is about a amendment to Chapter 200, which is our zoning code, and it's about unsafe buildings in the Village of Monroe and how we would act upon them. Anyone wishing to speak on this matter is welcome to come on up to the podium, give the clerk your name and address, and we'd be happy to have you speak.
Your name?
Good evening. My name is Peter Galipeau, G-A-L-I-P-E-A-U. I live at 98 High Street.
Hey, Peter.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how you doing, buddy?
Excellent.
Good.
I want to tell the board that I fully support the amendment that is presented under 200 unsafe buildings. It is the responsibility of all boards and villages to maintain the safety and security of the residents that put their trust in you. And we assume that the residents of the village will act in a responsible and safe and according way so that we're all happy and we're all wonderful. That unfortunately doesn't always happen. For far too long, over 15 years, myself and the lovely woman in the building have lived next to 13 Lakes Road, a dilapidated, horrible building full of feral cats, disease-carrying raccoons, and poses nothing but a threat, a danger to my health, her health, and the health and well-being of the village residents that live near it, besides being a horrible eyesight. Which reflects poorly on the village and also brings down our property values significantly. The apparent teeth of this zoning rule is significant, and my only hope that is if it passes, that phrase at the bottom saying, let's see, where was it? Oh, demolishing unsafe buildings will be true to what you have written, because the only way, having been in construction for 25 years, that building cannot be saved, it cannot be renovated. I don't care what the building owner says. It's a tear down. And just by tearing it down, I guarantee my property values will go up 5 to 10%. Mm-hmm. So, in that, I thank you, or whoever brought the amendment to the board, and I fully support it. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you.
So, good. Okay, if there's no further comment from the public, I'd like to make a motion, have someone make a motion to close the public hearing.
Carl will make the motion. Carl will second.
Call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, aye. Carl, aye.
All right, so carried, thank you. Okay. Council, I have a question. You have a red line version of the agenda?
I have a short red line version of the agenda, yes.
Okay, so the advice has been from council that on the property maintenance amendment, that we would close the public hearing and then advise the folks and the public at large that we are going to withdraw it until we have further amendments made and changes made. Do you read it that way?
On the unsafe buildings, my recommendation.
No, not unsafe buildings. B.
Oh, B.
Property maintenance.
Just, I have the board should close the public hearing and advise the public that the local law has been withdrawn for further consideration. My understanding is that Mr. Hune is working with Mr. Rometta to revise that language, and then once that revised language is introduced, the board can then reopen a public hearing.
Okay, so we're gonna keep this,
And that, to be clear, that's on the property maintenance recommendations.
right. But to be clear, what work we've done so far on 155A in property maintenance is going to be held in abeyance until some.
Effectively, yes.
Okay. Okay. So let me do this first. I need to make a motion, have someone make a motion to open up the public hearing of local law 2025, amendment to chapter 155A, property maintenance law.
So we already did that. So it's
I'm sorry, did we do call the
No,
question?
we didn't do that one yet.
No, this is
Yeah.
second.
Oh, I opened it and,
That
Oh,
was
right,
closing
right.
the first one.
Yeah.
This is the second
Yeah.
one.
okay.
Okay, so this is property maintenance local law.
All right, this is B,
You opened it.
1B.
You opened it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I need a second?
John,
Carl.
second.
Second.
Okay, call
Okay.
the question?
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, I.
Carl, I.
Dwyer, aye, so carried, thank you. All right, so for the public, what chapter 155A is a amendment to property maintenance law, and that law has some more work to be done on it. What's been done so far is fine, but there needs to be additional work on it. So anyone from the public wishing to speak on that matter is welcome to come to the podium, and we can speak about it. But once we do that, we're going to close the public hearing, and then we're going to allow council to come in with the final iterations, and then we'll reopen it again for public discussion and review. So, anyone wishing to come up is welcome to do so. Okay, if no further comments or no one from the public wish to speak on this matter, I need a motion to close the public hearing.
Carl will make that motion.
Second.
Berenger will second.
Any discussion? Call the question.
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, I.
Carl, I.
Dwyer, aye, so carried. Thank you. Okay, next order of business. Public hearing amendment to chapter 200 zoning site plan and special permit review and approval. This we had taken open at the last meeting. We had scheduled this and we discussed this. I need a motion to open up the public hearing on chapter 200 zoning site plan and special permit review and approval.
Berenger will make the motion.
Carl will second.
Call the question.
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, I.
Carl, I.
Dwyer, aye, so carried. Okay, this is a public hearing regarding a zoning amendment and a site plan and special permit review components in the law, which would allow certain historical and other properties specific to the zone, to the chapter 200, that would allow a review of a special permit to, historical districts, areas that have gross landscape of 2 acres or more, and such. But we have to leave this public hearing open. We have not heard back from our 239 review with the county, so everyone has until September 23rd to send their comments in. We have our meeting, I think, on the 19th.
We have one, is it the September?
16th.
It's 16th?
Mhm.
Okay,
And then the following one isn't until October 7th.
okay.
My
So-
understanding, Mayor, is that the planning board will be discussing this and sending you comments after its work session, which should be before their meeting. Should be before that meeting.
Before the 16th,
Correct.
okay. So then that, we'll check you off that
Check me
box.
off, and
And if the
if
county,
necessary, I can give the county a gentle nudge
Mm-hmm.
to see if they can get us their comments.
okay, terrific.
Yeah.
Okay, if no one from the public wishes to speak on this matter, I'd like to adjourn the public hearing.
Carl will make that motion.
Second,
Ferraro, second.
call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, I.
Carl, I.
Dwyer, aye, so carried. And then the last public hearing, this is a public hearing amendment to Chapter 200 zoning adaptive reuse of National Registered Historic Buildings. I need a motion to open up this public hearing.
Carl will make the motion.
Second,
Berenger will second.
call the question.
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, I.
Carl, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried. Now, this, again, is a Chapter 200 under zoning for adaptive reuse of nationally registered historical buildings. Where preserving them is in our best interest here in the village of Monroe and anywhere to preserve historical properties. So we're going to do everything we can to help keep our stock of historically significant homes and find ways, if necessary, to broaden what they can do in those historic homes, should they decide not to maybe continue it as a single-family home, but maybe want to do a bed and breakfast, so they want to do a small venue of some type. That's what this is about. And again, it falls into the same thing. We're going to leave the public hearing open. The planning board is going to be discussing it at their next meeting, which we need their comments. And then the county, which provides a 239 GML review, it's General Municipal Law 239, which allows the county to read through it and declare, no, we have no comments, we're good, or here are our recommendations, and we can take them into account and put them into the comments of the minutes. So, anyone wish to speak on that? Okay,
Just a question.
please.
As a nationally historic registered property, is the village able to impose restrictions? Does the federal government get to impose restrictions? Who actually gets to decide? The property owner, you, or the government?
Zoning.
So it depends, it's a very broad question.
Sorry.
No, it's
No,
okay.
No, I appreciate the question.
No. And the answer is gonna be longer-winded than I hope it to be. There are a couple of different authorities with respects to historic preservation. There's the National Register, there's other state, and we also have our own local designation here. Often, if you are within one of those designations, whether it's federal, state, or local, that triggers a certain level of review as to what you can do, particularly when it comes to national buildings on the National Register, particularly if you're seeking funding. They'll dictate the types of renovations, particularly with focus on the exterior. There are some interior focuses, but there's a broad range. Often, if we know that something is either itself historically designated, here in Monroe we do have a historic district. If a property is located in the historic district, that does trigger under our fairly new historic preservation law a second level of review, and often requires referral to the State Historic Preservation Office. Often you'll hear us refer to it as SHPO. So it's not necessarily a no, you can't do that, it's a how you can do that. So prime example, you can use, convert historic buildings to other uses. It's just how, and the finishes and the look of the building, and that's done quite frequently. You've seen conversions of historic banks to restaurants. You've seen conversions of historic homes to hotels, bed and breakfasts, things like that. So it's not necessarily yes or no, it's a how. And what resources need to be reviewed. And that's also tied into your environmental review. Is there an impact on historical resources? And that is a review for whoever has review authority, and typically it's the planning board. I hope that answers the question.
Yes, thank you very much. So it does fall under our purview as far as this amendment is concerned?
Yes, absolutely. So there is local control, there are also federal controls, and they all are interplay together.
Thank you.
So they're guidelines, and then it allows us to do what we need to do.
Correct.
Right.
But just because it's on the historic register does not mean it's prevented from being demolished. So a lot of people, you can't demolish the building because it's on the historic register. That's not necessarily accurate. It can be demolished, it's just significantly harder, and you have a much greater burden of proof.
Okay, so again, I need a motion to adjourn the public hearing on this matter.
Berenger will make the motion.
Second?
Ferraro, second.
Call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, aye.
Carl, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried, thank you. Okay, next order of business is the approval of the meeting minutes for August 19th, 2025, board meeting as submitted by the clerk. I need a motion to accept those minutes.
Berenger will make the motion.
Second?
Carl will second.
Discussion? Call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, aye.
Carl, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried. Next order of business is the special meeting on August 22nd of 2025. I need a motion to accept the board minutes
Wait a
as submitted by
second.
the clerk.
We
I'm
might
sorry?
not be able to do that because trustee O'Connor's not here and Debbie was not here, so we only have, no, Neil wasn't here either.
Oh, then no. you
Special
want to-
meeting?
Yeah, you weren't
Oh,
here.
I was.
Oh, was he here?
Of course I was.
Okay, you were here.
Yeah. It should-
I was here. Yeah.
Okay,
We
I'm
wouldn't have had a
sorry.
quorum.
It was just the three of us.
Oh, okay, I'm at the wrong one then. I'm thinking of the other meeting.
I'm looking on the 22nd. Yeah.
Put on the 20th.
Sorry,
Carl will
guys.
make the motion.
Ferraro, second.
Call the question?
Berenger abstain.
Ferraro, aye.
Carl, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried, thank you. Next order of business is a resignation of ZBA Secretary Elisa Feliz. Yeah, do you want to do that? You want to do Marty? You mind?
Okay. Resolved, the Board of Trustees accepts the resignation of Elisa Feliz, ZBA Secretary, effective September 3rd, 2025. The Board of Trustees wishes Elise well in her future endeavors. Now, I'll put that in the form of a motion.
Berenger will second.
Call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, aye.
Carl, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried. Next order of business is Jaylene Beleska. Resignation, trustee, Farrar. Yeah, please.
Resolved, the Board of Trustees accept the resignation of Jaylene Beliska, seasonal intern, effective September 3rd, 2025. The Board of Trustees wishes Jaylene, who has been excellent for us, well in her future endeavors. I'll put that in the form of a motion.
Second, please.
Carl will second.
Call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, aye.
Carl, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried. Next order of business, resignation of part-time dispatcher Tammy Davis. Trustee Berenger?
Be it resolved, the Board of Trustees accepts the resignation of Tammy Davis, part-time dispatcher, effective August 29th, 2025. The Board of Trustees wishes Tammy well in her future endeavors, and I'd like to put that in the form of a motion.
Second, please.
Carl will second.
Call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, aye.
Carl, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried. Next order of business, appointment of part-time dispatcher Jaylene Beleska.
Be it resolved, the Board of Trustees appoints Jaylene Belseca, Monroe, New York, as a part-time dispatcher. All of the necessary paperwork has been completed. The required physical, drug screening, and background investigation has been completed. The effective date of hire is September 3rd, 2025, at an hourly rate of $25.96, and I'd like to put that in the form of a motion.
Second, please.
Ferraro, second.
Call the question?
Berenger,
Ferraro,
aye.
aye.
Carl, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried.
That was quick. She wasn't out of work too long.
Too long? No.
What was that, 30 seconds?
Yeah.
No, Jaylene has been amazing for this village. I can't say enough about it. She's a fine young lady. She got her undergrad degree from Albany, and she'll be going places. Okay, next order, last minute, just for the board's edification, is Chris Watson
Mhm.
has offered his resignation. I need a motion to accept Chris Watson's full-time position as building inspector effective September 16th.
Carl will make the motion.
Second?
Ferraro, second.
Call the question?
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, aye.
Carl, aye.
Dwyer, aye, so carried, thank you. Next order of business, adoption of local law number 4, amending chapter 200 zoning unsafe buildings. You wanna do that, Andy, or you wanna do that? Let's see.
Did you just read this part? Yeah.
Can you pass this to Neil? Does he need that?
I'm good, I got it, yep.
You can pass it.
Okay, adoption of local law number 4 of 2025, amending chapter 200 zoning unsafe buildings. Whereas the Village Board of the Village of Monroe, Monroe, New York, duly noticed a public hearing held today, August 19th, 2025. And September 2nd, 2025. And whereas the Village Board solicited public comment during said public hearing on August 19th and September 2nd. And further, whereas the proposed local law amending Chapter 200 zoning unsafe buildings Now therefore be resolved that the above whereas paragraphs are incorporated herein by reference. Number 2, the local law amending Chapter 200 zoning unsafe buildings as attached is adopted as local law 4 of 2025 of the Village of Monroe on September 2nd, 2025. Further, the village board hereby directs the village clerk to take all steps necessary to process and file the said local law. And lastly, this resolution shall take effect immediately upon filing with the Secretary of State. I need a motion to adopt this resolution, this local law number 4.
Carl will make that motion.
Is everything okay?
Just quick question, and I apologize if this was done. This is an amendment of your zoning code? Was it referred to the planning board? 4-239?
I know the other two were, for sure.
Yeah,
This
that's,
one-
the only reason I ask, and I apologize, Mayor, I don't want to step on Mr. Hume's toes.
She has referred to it as to adopt.
I understand that.
This would be referred, this would be a referable matter?
Because it's in your zoning code. If you look at your zoning code, the amendments provision, any amendment to the zoning code, now, if it was outside of your zoning code, right? Let's say you had a separate, because it's 200-67 of your code, let's say it was a separate chapter in your code, it would not be referred, but it is in your zoning code. And I'm sure, typically I see unsafe buildings outside, so I'm sure that was the mindset. I just want to make sure that we do it right, so it's not subject to challenge.
So the planning board hasn't,
I don't recall seeing this local law. We have the other two that you mentioned earlier that you're waiting for our comment, but I have not seen this particular unsafe buildings, and I apologize that I didn't catch this earlier in my discussion with Mr. Hume this morning.
Is there a contingency to this that we could use? Like, adopt it,
Based on contingent to planning board approval.
I would recommend tabling it for referral. We can take it up at our work session and have a comment for your next meeting.
when's your next, when you guys convening again?
Monday the 8th.
Well,
It's a
listen,
very, if this is the local law, it's a very short local law. There's not too much to read. I can,
yeah, okay,
we gotta do it right.
yeah.
No, we don't want
We
to challenge.
we get challenged, our council's
No.
advising us. I will rescind my motion.
and I apologize if this was taken care of and I overlooked it. My apologies. I just want to make sure that, double check that we're correct.
So we're gonna table that, right?
And then the other one, local law 5, we're going to withdraw it. That's the property maintenance law that we're looking for further amendments. New business, event application, wedding ceremony, Crane Park gazebo, North Pond. Trustee Berenger?
Be resolved, the Board of Trustees approves the event application submitted by Vincent Ferrari for a wedding ceremony to be held on Saturday, October 11th, 2025, at 4 p.m. at the Crane Park gazebo in the North Pond with approximately 35 people. The application fee has been received. The application has been reviewed and approved by the Building Department, DPW, and Police Department. There are no additional costs associated with this event, and I'd like to put this in the form of a motion.
Second, please.
Carl will second.
Discussion?
They've got insurance for this?
Yeah,
It's all in the packet.
in the packet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is DPW doing anything special for it or no?
Aldo was thinking about doing the ceremony, but he has to get his license. You
Oh,
give them in the mail now, right? You write in $50 and you become somebody, you can
We gotta do it.
marry somebody? Is that the way it works today?
Get it online.
I will confess, my brother was married by a friend who did
Yeah.
something substantially similar. It's,
And the walls keep tumbling down, little by little.
I guess he's gonna clean the ponds though the day before.
Yeah, he's
Mhm.
actually gonna be there this week. Okay, so first and second, your question was answered, trustee Carl?
Yeah.
Okay, call the question.
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, I.
Carl, I.
Dwyer, aye, so carried. Next order of business is the request for exemption of town highway items 3 and 4. Just for the public's understanding on 3 and 4, these are exemptions that the town considers when processing their budget. It allows the town to offer 1, 2, or none of those exemptions. Each one carries some financial benefit. Last year, we took the one benefit, which saw a reduction in our village residents' taxes, albeit what that one exemption was tied to had to do with disposal of our leaves and brush out at the town landfill out on Lakes Road. We're working through with council right now some of the logistics because we believe that it was a town-wide purchase back in the 1970 period, and therefore we should be receiving the benefit of what we purchased as two villages in a town. Right now, the contention is that we do not have the authority to be out there, so we've made some contingency plans. The vendor who is working with our DPW to find a home for all our leaves, we're the major supplier of leaves in cleanup. So he is very interested in doing business with us. So I think at this point, I'm not quite sure if it's wise to make a decision on that exemption at this time. We're authorized the clerk to write in for an exemption. But if the board has anything to say about it, I just think that,
Getting inquiries last year?
no, not one. Did you
What?
get any inquiries as where can I dump this?
No, we have some people call for some stuff, but
Yeah.
it's not enough to,
No.
I think we need to move forward to request it, because they're in budget, and
So you want us to request it,
absolutely, absolutely.
albeit that,
Hey, look, that purchase, that land was purchased out there taxing everybody townwide, including the two villages.
I understand that, I just said it. But,
Used to be 3 villages, but
right. But now what we have, and I'm fine, I will request both.
we need to look at the cost, what it's costing, the town, what they're taxing, what it's costing them, without us and with us. And what's that contractor? I understand there's no cost for him to be in there to,
I don't want to say that without definitively knowing that.
as he takes it, makes topsoil, which, good for him.
It's good for him, right. He
So, I think-
recirculates.
We need to, I'm sure that, for a lot of years, this didn't come back to the town. We're finally doing it again, requesting the exemptions. My 4 years as mayor, we got the exemption every year.
Which one?
We got the brush and leaves, and we still use the landfill.
So they're taking our leaves, but not like anything else? Is that what we're saying?
Well, we don't need them for anything else, this material, or the discussion is, we got asked for it last year. I took a phone call from a council person over there, and very happily advised us that we were given the one exemption. And then there was nothing else following that statement. There was no formalized anything after that.
Mhm.
So, but by taking it, we come to find out, and getting the benefit for our residents, we come to find out that we didn't have use of the landfill. So, council's been working on something to, find out what our staking is. I read the local minutes from 1970, and it says it was a town-wide thing. I spoke with trustee Carl, and he believes the same thing, and I'm sure we all believe there's a benefit to having it, albeit on their side coming with a cost by denying the exemption, but on our side, by getting it, we don't want that problem of not being able to put it in. We get the reduction in our taxes, but we're not getting a benefit, so we have to look at that. I think it's worth the benefit not to get it. We have alternate ideas, and I think we should pursue them.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna direct the clerk then to go ahead and request exemptions 3 and 4 for the year 25, 26. Well, for them, it's probably 26. Yeah. And then when you have sent it, make sure I have.
You guys will have to sign it.
Yeah. Okay. So, let's just take a roll call on that. So, requesting the exemption, trustee Berenger,
Berenger, aye.
trustee
Ferraro,
Ferraro, trustee Carl,
Carl, I.
and made Dwyer, aye. So
We
that's
need a
that.
first and a second. I need a first and a second.
I don't know.
we didn't do a second.
Berenger and
Berenger.
Farrar? Yeah. there you
Berenger
go.
and,
Farrar. Yep, we're good.
okay. All right, next order of business is the bid award for the Mill Pond Parkway Sidewalk Improvement Project. Trustee Farrar.
On Monday, August 25th, 2025, a bid opening was held at 10 a.m. A total of 4 bids were submitted for the Mill Pond Parkway Sidewalk Improvement Project. Scape Tech Landscape Technology, Katona, New York, was the lowest bidder on the project, submitting a bid in the amount of $529,675. Kimley Horn Engineering and Landscape Architecture of New York, PC, reviewed the bids and recommended to the boards to award the bid to Scape Tech Landscape Technology, the lowest responsible bidder. Resolved, the Board of Trustees awards the bid to the Mill Pond Parkway Sidewalk Improvement Project to Scape Tech Landscape Technology, Katona, New York, in the amount of $521,675 to be allocated from the budget line A7110.02010 Parks, Crane Park Improvement, and that'll be put in a form of a motion.
Second, please.
Carl will second that.
Call the question.
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, I.
Carl, I.
Dwyer, aye, so carried, thank you.
Do we have a time frame when they're looking to get that,
They want to get in like right away? Yeah.
and we're gonna be doing some work ourselves in there?
Yeah, so, yep, the project broke down where initially it included the existing surface from the house by the dam all the way down back into the Mill Pond and Lake Street. And now we're gonna take that over, we're gonna take the demo out of the existing sidewalk, some of the site work, we're gonna remove all the benches, all the garbage cans, all the prep work will be all done in-house, which saves a significant amount of money for the village.
So are we gonna notify the walking public that uses that trail?
Yeah.
That area's gonna be,
It'll have to be signed off. I think the best thing to do, given the fact how close it is to the bubble tea / dental office right there, I think you should almost put the sign right at the corner, directing them to cross the street and use that side of the street and then come back, exactly. So I've advised the contractor to do that and still cone off and fence off his project area. Okay. Next order of business, I don't know if there's a, resolution here?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want me to read it?
Travel?
Yeah, Deb, did you read it?
Okay, request to travel, NICOM. Be it resolved, the Board of Trustees approves the attendance of Mayor Neil Dwyer at the New York Conference of Mayors and Municipal Offices Annual Meeting at the Conference Center at Lake Placid from September 15th through September 29th, 2025.
No,
19.
Sorry, what did I say?
You said
29.
29.
Sorry, 15th through September 19th, 2025. Approximate total cost for the conference, including program fees and hotel stay, is $1,600 and shall be allocated from budget line A1210.4100, Mayor General Expense. A personal vehicle will be used and a voucher will be submitted for mileage reimbursement, and I'd like to put that in the form of a motion.
Second, please.
Ferraro, second.
Call the question.
Berenger, aye.
Ferraro, I.
Carl, I.
All right, so carried, thank you. Okay, Trustee Berenger, anything for the public?
Sure, you're probably gonna talk about Cheese Fest, right? Yes.
Both, yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to remind residents about some of the parking that's going on. I've noticed by Airplane Park, there's a lot of times that even though there's spots, or maybe there aren't any more spots, cars are just pulling up, and I don't feel that it's safe, like letting people load and unload, and you have to really park somewhere else to do that because we need to be safe.
Trustee Ferraro?
I just want to bring people up to date on Airplane Park on the picket fence. There is, as you know, a fence around the younger part of the park, and it's to be engraved with whatever you'd like to say on that to live forever. So there's approximately 384 pickets to be sold. Of that, 266 have been sold to this date, but 60 of those have not been paid for. So if people keep calling asking if when the pickets will be up, you have to pay for them first. And you either by Venmo online or by coming into Village Hall and giving a check. And they're $50 if you remember. We do have several already, as you know. There's 50 going to be installed this week, with another 50 going to be engraved for next week. Of the ones that we have, there are 20 that we have no contact for. So people should check their application. If they haven't left us a phone number or an email or something, please call the Village Hall and ask and just give the information, because we do have a few that haven't paid and no way to get in touch with them. So, and there's only about 20, but there's enough of them to hold up the rest of the park. And as I said, there's only 384 total. So once it's done, it's done. So if you want to get it done as quickly as possible. And the Cheese Festival is coming, September 14th. It's going to be fantastic. It'll be on a Sunday. Bands will be playing. We're going to have our famous cheesecake tournament and bake-off. And it'll be awarded at the main stage this time, as opposed to being in Village Hall. It should be fantastic as usual. We're hoping for great weather. We have, right now, we have over 100 vendors already applied and signed up. So hope to see everyone there. Uncle Giuseppe's coming back.
Oh, nice.
That's great. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. Trustee Carl?
Yep. Just reminder, school opens tomorrow for Monroe Woodbury, so please use caution. Also, I was overlooking at Horseshoe Falls today, which I believe is owned by the town of Monroe.
Yes.
The stone pillars and the railing are in pretty bad shape. And I think we need to put the town, I don't know if they're aware of it, but we really should be putting them on notice in writing, because that's a serious concern over there. If somebody leans on that railing, they're liable to go right on over. Also, the Orange County Volunteer Firemen's Parade will be held in Monroe this year on Saturday, September the 27th. The parade step-off is at 2 p.m., and the board should have been, we were invited to march in that. Also, the Firefighters Convention Night, which is a big night for the County Firefighter of the Year, that'll be on Thursday night. The board is also invited to that as well.
What date?
That's on Thursday night, the 25th. There will be Firefighters of the Year, and there's a civilian award as well that are going to be awarded that night. So that's usually a pretty big night.
Yeah.
Where's that one at?
That's Thursday at our firehouse, the main firehouse
Oh.
at 17M.
Okay.
Yep, everything's right here in Monroe. Garage sales, I just asked the clerk before, there's a property on Freeland Street that probably at least once or twice a month has yard sales. And I never see any permits hanging, authorizing it. Cars are parking on Freeland Street, they're parking on Calvin Terrace, they're backing out of Calvin Terrace, usually on a Saturday. And it's, I think it's something that we need to have the PD check on when these pop-up yard sales or garage sales, whatever you want to call them. And that's all I have for this evening.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I just have one thing I wanted to bring up. The Airplane Park was a vision of this board's in conjunction with the elementary school Pine Tree. And all the efforts that went behind it, which was a monumental task. Peter was involved in that. Yes, Peter?
It was monumental, yes.
Yeah. And And Sue, you were down there too, weren't you? I think so, yeah. So, and I apologize if I'm saying at a church. But a lot of work and a lot of heart went into that. And it's a jewel. It's an amazing place that everybody has nothing but high praise for all the work. We were physically there, all of us, and we did everything we could to make it a beautiful park, and it is a beautiful park. However, we do want to keep it a beautiful park. And I go there a lot. And I'm saddened by the amount of trash. There's 10 garbage pails throughout that park. And I'm saddened by the idea that people still can't find the trash can. And I'm saddened by the amount of folks that have a meal there, and whatever drips on the ground or falls on the ground is left on the ground. And that's really troublesome because it's a beautiful park. I mean, everybody talks about that place. I'm sure you all hear it from the community at large. We had a group of folks coming from out of town. I actually stopped by because they looked like they were an organization. And I stopped by and they were. Nice, really delightful people. It speaks a lot about the village of Monroe. So to Peter's point earlier about a reflection on its village, this is the same thing. This property was developed with a lot of good things in mind, and there's future things to come. The plane will be renovated. The plane will be put up on a pedestal. It'll reflect exactly what it has been for the last 60 years. And we want to keep it that way. So for everybody out there watching the meeting or may catch up on the meeting or anyone here this evening, please be mindful of the condition when you visit the park, that it reflects us all as a community. It's really important because I'm really troubled by some of the things I'm seeing. So that was the only comment I had. At this time, anyone from the public wish to speak, we'd be glad to have you come up. Just give the clerk your name and address, and we'll go from there. Okay. If no one from the public wishes to speak, I need a motion to go into executive for attorney-client for the purpose of personnel.
Okay, do you need me in that executive session?
I think for just a minute, if you don't
Okay,
mind.
not a problem.
Okay.
Baron, do you want to make the motion?
Carl will make the motion.
Second?
Second.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're
he
good.
was-
I got you. Baron, your aye.
Okay.
Ferraro, aye.
Carla?
Dwyer, aye, so carried.